Alright, so I've been holding off on showing you guys the inside of the boat. So I wanted to make sure the motor ran. And I didn't want anyone to think I was absolutely insane. But I think it's about time to show you the current condition of the inside of the boat. Mind you, I did buy this as a project knowing exactly what I was going to get into. With that, let me give you a tour real quick. I haven't cleaned it out at all. As you can see, there's some nice cushions still here. These are the only 3 remaining. I think the only 3 that will stay on the boat. They're going to get that pressure washer. There are no seats here, or here. So those will be fabricated. As you can see, there's a pile of leaves down here. That's the oil reservoir that will mix with the gas tank, which is there. Gonna make sure that's all good. It's a bit of a project on its own. And then the rest of the boat has no seats, no speakers. That's some lights that I just took out. A lot of dings here. I don't know what happened here. Someone rattled off some fireworks or something. That steering wheel doesn't look great, but it does move the engine, which is good. It's hydraulic steering. So you fill it up here, and underneath that mess of wiring, you can see there's hydraulic steering back there. It's a little dramatic thing going on. This is going to be taken out. Obviously I got the new controls, so I'm going to take off these boards. These might be salvageable, these white ones. You can see here the staples came undone, and I'm pretty sure someone took something out of here. Used to be attached to something, or they just wrapped around. I honestly don't know, but take off that blue line and see if I can pretty it up. There's a hatch here. It's in decent shape. It actually came with an anchor, which is nice. Big old hatch under the bottom. So the gas tank is here, and I think it spreads like a big 36-gallon tank, I think. No gauges. Those were all probably all in the salt water. No radio. No seats up here. Again, these are all going to be fabricated. The only damage, physical damage, that I've found so far is right here. So this looks like someone threw an anchor line out the bow and caught something and caught a big wave, something like that. But this whole thing right here would be a draw. This would be the initial draw line, and this was cracking it up. So that's fixable. I'm going to get some fiberglass, put that over, sand it down, do all that stuff. Not a huge deal. It didn't go all the way through. It's still holding. And the best thing about these fiberglass hulls is if water got in here, it would just drain right down here. Right here, and it would go right out. So it's mostly aesthetics and obviously a little bit of structure. But I'm going to have to replace all the wiring, take out all these brackets. The good news is I went ahead and bought a new radio, little waterproof shield thing there. New radio, Bluetooth obviously. All new dials, gauges, I'm sorry. So we got a speedometer. This one's a tachometer, but it also has the engine check. So there's cables that come out of the engine that tell you, give you warning, like a car, gives you warning signs. So if your engine's running too hot, it'll tell you. If it doesn't have enough oil, it'll tell you. All that good stuff. This was a multi, so this has your voltage, your fuel. Oil won't apply here. This is for a 4-stroke, which you'd get oil pressure on. This one just pumps it in the gas, so this oil gauge will permanently be stuck at 0. It's okay, they just didn't make them without them. and then a temperature gauge. That's some auxiliary stuff. I got new switches for the bilge and lights. I got a 2-way switch and a 1-way switch, so that'll do it. This will be for the horn. Little button here. What I did was see exactly the slots I have, so I don't have to drill anything else. These are pretty universal, but these all fit. I got gauges that match that, and I got obviously rocker switches that'll fit here. Horn goes right there. This was where the ignition was for this guy. Won't need that anymore, so I'm going to put a USB power there, and then the radio will be there. We got speakers here and here, which I also bought, ready to go. However, I noticed there's some holes up here that would fit some speakers. So if I get really fancy and try to fabricate a cushion back that can let some sound out somehow, maybe put a little mesh over there. I don't think I'm going to really do that. I can't imagine I'm going to, but I think we're sticking with 2 speakers for now. So still have all the gunk. These are all leaves from not Bridgewater, where we're at Marshfield. So these are Marshfield leaves over a couple years, just piling up with no one caring about it. And that's it. That's the shitty inside of the boat. But I wanted you guys to see this. I know this video's gone on way too long. Probably not interested anymore. But I want you to get a good look at it, because in a couple months, it will not look like this. A little before and after.